Battletoads is a bit of a cult classic. Now it's finally made the leap to modern times on PC and Xbox, but does it live up to expectations? This is a game that Microsoft and Rare have been teasing for quite some time now. Now I have to admit, when I first saw screenshots, I wasn't too impressed. I think the problem here is just in how we imagine Battletoads should look like. How does a modern Battletoads look and feel in your head? Everyone's gonna come up with something a little bit different. After spending a good amount of time actually playing the game though, I really like the new visuals. If we think about what made Battletoads so great in the first place, I think it really came down to seeing those over-the-top animations, especially on something like the NES. Compared to other games at the time, it looked so cool. Plus, add in the ability to play co-op with your friends. Always a welcome feature, especially back then. If you go back to some of those early Battletoads games now though, they might not seem so impressive. I think modern Battletoads did a great job of capturing that same feeling one would get back then, with over-the-top cartoon-like animations, combined with up to 3-player couch co-op. That's what I hoped for and expected, but this new Battletoads game actually exceeded my expectations. First of all, let's talk about the music. The soundtrack totally rocks. It captures the feel and attitude of Battletoads, plugs it into an amp, and cranks it to 11. The cutscenes and commentary by the Battletoads is hilarious. I found myself laughing out loud more than once while playing this game. The writing is just too funny.
Hello? Is something wrong?
Jeff is fine. Jeff is fine.
That's a weird thing to say. Can I talk to him?
This is Jeff.
Jeff, you sound different.
I have pink eye.
Pink eye doesn't change how you sound.
And the game is appropriate for all ages. It's something that parents could play with their kids and everyone would have smiles on their faces. Now, at the core of this game, it is a beat 'em up, but there's a pretty wide variety of moves to perform, and there is actually a bit of skill in the combat. As soon as I realized that button mashing alone wasn't going to get me through this game, I quickly honed my skills in dodging and effectively stunning opponents when necessary. The combat is just very satisfying. Your moves really connect with opponents to give you a sense of impact, and successfully clearing a wave of enemies with an S rank really makes you feel in control. There's also a lot of hidden secrets in each of the levels. Some are quite clever, requiring a bit more thought than I would have ever expected from a game of this genre. There's also a lot of other mini-games and platforming stages that play very differently from one another. Yes, including the turbo bikes. All of this level diversity does a great job of breaking up the monotony that usually comes with the beat-em-up genre. Now, as far as accessibility, this game isn't quite as brutal as some of those old Battletoads games. There are checkpoints every once in a while, and there are unlimited continues. I think a lot of the challenge comes from trying for the S rank in a lot of these level segments, or even just making it through a particular level segment or passing a boss that you may be having trouble on. It's just not brutal in the same way that games were in the 8-bit era, with no continues, having to start from the very beginning when you die. I think they modernized the game really well and still managed to capture a certain expectation of difficulty. My only serious complaint comes from the lack of online co-op. Seriously, with the state of the world currently and all of us social distancing, I think online co-op would have been a great feature to include at launch. It's really unfortunate that they didn't include this. Yes, you can still play local co-op up to 3 players, so I think that's great for families, but I have a few friends I would have liked to play with online. In conclusion, if I had to give this game a score, and I don't usually like scoring games, but on a 10-point scale, I'd give Battletoads a solid 9 out of 10. MSRP is $20, which is more than reasonable for a game like this. I think if this was a $60 game, it would be a lot more difficult to justify. But of course, this game is also available on Game Pass, which is an incredible value that just keeps getting better with time. So if you have Game Pass, you can play it right now at no additional charge. I personally hope they make more Battletoads content in the future, like whether it's a sequel or a spin-off or additional levels, because this franchise only got better with this game. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.
Yes, mortal.
Moments ago, we received this transmission.
The Battletoads and the Dark Queen are gonna destroy you!
Did that voice just say it was going to destroy us?
Who would want to destroy you? You've got the most amazing shape.
I'm wearing Nebulous from Zorthos. You know, the cluster with the gross bugs?
Oh, the gross bugs. See, I think they're cute bugs. With their little wobble.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the wobble. I wonder if they're ready to evolve. Might be fun to set them up.
With the 4th dimension?
Yes, yes, yes.
Now, see, this is why little old me and you run the universe.
Oh, great ones. What do you want to do about the Dark Queen and the Battletoads?
Huh? Oh, alert the galaxy and kill them. And I'm waiting on a sandwich.